told a radio show that he believes Rodgers wants to remain in Green Bay and simply wants security with his contract situation. While another former teammate, James Jones, said he believes the situation was fixable over the weekend. So, Shannon, I'm going to start with you here. Can you see Aaron Rodgers with the Packers next season? Is it happening?
It's hard to see right now. But, Skip, anytime you have a situation and there are fences that need to be mended, two things need to happen. Both parties need to acknowledge that we're both at fault here. It can't be one side says, oh, you. And the other side says, you know, it's you. Both of you have to acknowledge we handle some things in this relationship bad, but I'm willing to let bygones be bygones. Let's come to the table. Let's sit down. This is something that I believe that's fixable.
Yep.
And we can proceed from there. And I believe that's the approach. Now, if Aaron Rodgers wanted long-term security, he went about it the best way he knew how. Oh, get me up out of here. Knowing that Jordan Love is not ready to play. Because I read there's a report that said they was thinking about taking a quarterback early. Why in the hell would you take a quarterback early in the draft?
They said in the second or third round, after the first five.
But Skip, you just traded up to take a quarterback the year before, and you're already thinking about getting another quarterback?
Well, they don't have one. They don't have a qualified backup.
There are a lot of backups out there.
Yeah.
There are a lot of people out there. There are a lot of quarterbacks out there looking for jobs, especially a quarterback that's not going to challenge the guy that you got. Because obviously you'd want him to play, Skip. You'd want that guy to play. You believed in it. You moved up. But I believe if they were to come to the table. Now, if it's a contract extension that Aaron wants, Skip, it's going to have to be in excess of 3 years. He's not going to do, okay, we're going to give you 2021 in the 2022 season. Mm-hmm. It's going to have to go beyond that. And it's going to have to be Patrick Mahomes money. Can't be Dak Prescott money, Skip. It's going to be Patrick Mahomes. So you're looking at something what? He has this year left. So you're probably looking at another 3 years at probably $175 million, something around $46 million per. That's what he's going to be looking to get. So do I believe it can happen? Skip, I believe there are not very many things that's not fixable, that cannot be settled if calmer heads come to a table and try to address the issue, if that's what both parties want. Now, Skip, if one party wants something and the other party don't, I don't give a damn what you say. If one party wants out of this relationship, Skip, you ain't got enough money. I seen billionaires. When one party says, I want out, I don't care. Here's the check for $40 billion. Here's the check for $5 billion. If the party wants out. If Aaron Rodgers wants out, there's nothing the Packers can say. But if Aaron Rodgers, a part of him, wants to stay, I believe the Packers can sit down and say, Aaron, we handled this wrong. There are things that we should have said, we could have done better to address your concerns, and we didn't do that. Aaron should go to them and say, you know what, guys, I've been petty too. You know, I've been petty ruxman around here. There's some things I could have handled better, some things I could have done better, said differently. So this is where we are. Okay, make the money right. Because at the end of the day, Skip, if it doesn't make dollars, it doesn't make sense. Now, make it make sense to me. You got $46 million for the next 3 years for me? Could that make sense to me? Do it make sense to you? Brian Gutekunst? Does it make sense to you, Mark Murphy? And I'm going to need you to go out there publicly acknowledge that I'm the man. Not Jordan Love. I'm going to need you to hear come out of your mouth. I'm the man. Aaron Rodgers is the man for the Packers for the foreseeable future, which means until at bare minimum 2025. I'm going to need you to say that.
Okay.
Or else I got the dip.
I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. Aaron Rodgers has pulled it off again. He is a master media manipulator. He is the LeBron James of the National Football League.
I knew you were going to say
that. He is. This was beautifully executed by Aaron bleepin' Rodgers. He has managed to turn himself back into a sympathetic figure in the state of Wisconsin within Packers Nation, and now he has angled and positioned himself to get a Mahomes kind of contract to stay in Green Bay when that was the plan all along.
It was all about the money?
It was all about the money and the sympathy. he needed to erase from everybody's memory the fact that he just fell to 1-4 in NFC Championship games by stinking up the fourth quarter of a home playoff game against Tom Brady and company. And in those 5 NFC games that he's played, he is now 9 touchdowns to 8 interceptions. That's not exactly Rodgers-esque, is it, for a transcendent thrower of the football? But who remembers that now? Who remembers that Aaron Rodgers, since that long ago wild card road run to a Super Bowl victory, his one and only appearance in a Super Bowl, he did win it against the Pittsburgh Steelers. But since then, he is 7-8 in the postseason, and he's had a bunch of lucky, thank you God sort of games against Kirk Cousins and Joe Webb and the Giants boat trip game featuring Odell going to South Beach before a game at Lambeau, and the Dez caught it game, and the Mason crossbar game where the 2 intergalactic field goals saved him from losing to my guy Dak Prescott. Dez did catch it.
Stop saying
you know
that.
It, and I know it, and they would have won the game. They should have won the game. They would have gone on to win at Seattle, where they'd already won during the regular season of 2014, my Dallas Cowboys, and they would have gone to the Super Bowl and lost to Tom Brady. But that's all well and good, whatever. But the point is, even this year, Aaron got incredible breaks because he got the Rams at home in the first playoff game featuring John Wolford at quarterback. Remember that?
Yeah.
And he didn't last very long because he got hurt, and that forced them to throw Jared Goff into the game with a pin in his throwing thumb, right?
Yeah.
And remember your man Aaron Donald in that game? I don't remember him because he had cracked ribs and he was a ghost, right? So Aaron got big breaks, and then in the fourth quarter, he has it 1st and goal at the 8. I just got to see it one more time. Just for posterity, I want to remind everybody what happened on 1st and goal at the 8. He throws wild high to Lazard. I don't know what that was. And then on 2nd down, he's got a break over here, but he throws it across his body, and he airmails Devontae by 5 yards. And this is your favorite play of the year because go, run, you got it. And he throws back across his body to a double-covered Devontae, and it goes nowhere quickly. And his young head coach says, kick it on 4th down because he'd just seen too much, and I don't blame him. Despite all of that, this man has carefully positioned through all of his best friends to let them talk to the media, even got Brett Favre to talk to the media, to instill the fear factor in Packer Nation, and especially in Packers management, that, oh, I want out. There's no way, there's no how that I'm coming back.
Well, Skip, if you, I think Adam Schefter said either on Rich Eisen or Dan Patrick, he had been hearing this all offseason. He just chose to broke the deal during the draft, knowing that he was going to get more bang for the...
It was on draft day.
Right. He knowing that I'm going to get more bang for my buck for this story. Skip, because if he releases this in February, it's not going to have the same dramatic impact as it does draft night, considering draft night a year ago, the Packers moved up to select a quarterback in the 1st round. So give he need to send Adam Schefter a check, because that's what got the media world a buzz, is that when the story actually broke. But
I think Brett Favre just drove it all the way home by saying once he digs in, it's over, right?
But that's what you need, Skip. That's what you need.
I got it.
But if you're going to rebuild a relationship, both sides got to admit they've done some things wrong.
Now he is using, I think, a very close friend of his, John Kuhn. We had this story late in our show on Thursday. That he's saying, oh, there's grounds for a compromise here. And I was like, really? And he's a golf partner.
James Jones.
Now, James Jones, another friend of Aaron's, caught a lot of balls from him. We've had him here on the show. Great on NFL Network. And now he's saying it's fixable. So the seeds are now replanted that, oh, wait a second. Oh, this could work. Oh, please.